Hi guys, I think I need to adjust my volume a bit. Let's set it at 10. I think that should be okay. It was maybe a little high. 6, okay. I think that should be okay. Welcome again. I've been watching a few videos online on how to make threads. I've been doing a lot of threads because one of my first projects was making threads. But sorry, one of the problems I always face with threads is that they are always square. When you make them in Fusion 360, they are presented as square. It means that you don't actually get a good angle in, so it's easy to get the bolt to screw into the hole. And I see there is like primarily two methods they do. They chamfer it after they thread it, or before they thread it, and then they just thread the part above the chamfer, or they leave a little bit of section of the thread after. But there is a way. I always see these threads and I think it's difficult to thread it because the chamfer is sort of prohibiting the threading. So today I'm going to show you how I make my threads entry points, just so that you can. Hang on a second, my chair is slipping. Oh! There, that's better. feel like I'm feel like a little person. Anyway, so I have brought you into Fusion 360. It is still my favorite software. So I'm going to start by making a bolt. Very simple design. Just make a here, and let's say we make a square. This will represent the diameter of the bolt. Let's say it's 40, just for presentation. And then we'll just extrude that up maybe 20, maybe more than that. Let's say 60, because we need some length. 80. Okay, and then here I'll just make a new plane. As you guys know, I like to make stuff on planes, and there. P for project, just so I get the center point. I'll make that dotted, and then I'll like this. In case you wanted a shortcut, I use X on the keyboard to make it solid again. And that is sort of let's just say it's the cap. Leave that join. So here you have the basic representation of a bolt. So normally if you go in and you want to create threads in Fusion, you can go here. You can use the coil as well. I explained that in a different video. Use the thread, and remember to quickly modeled, and here it automatically selects 3. Okay. Now the problem is here. You see, if you make a hole that follows this exact same path, it makes it really hard to hit the starting points here when you want to insert a thread. So what you can do is, normally you can go to edit feature and you can untick full length, and you can set, okay, I want it to be only that long, and then you can say, okay, remember size, okay, and now you have it like this. And what many people then do is they go in and they select that edge and they chamfer it until it gets to this. Now that is well and good, and it might actually work, but it still has, as you can see here, even though this is the starting point, I'll just finish that. So as you can see here, this is the starting point, but it's inside the chamfer. It's here. That's the starting point of the thread. But I want the starting point to be part of the chamfer. And you could also, as I said, you could have it like this, and you could chamfer before you go in and do this. But that is more or less the same as what you did before, because when you now go and say create thread and you use the same one, you still get the starting point of the thread inside the chamfer. You don't get it outside. If you I'm just going to scroll around and you can see for yourself. Here you have the starting point also. Here. But still, the chamfer is sort of underneath. Now I'm going to show you how you can make the thread part of the chamfer. So you can use even the chamfer part as a thread. Now this looks good on paper, and yes, it might work, but I do believe mine is better. There, I remove this. So what do we do? Yeah, we start with a normal threading like this. So you thread it, and you do all the adjustments, and you leave it at full length, just like you would normally do. Normally I would go in and I would, like, zero out the edges. Let's say 2, like this, just to get round edges, etc., etc. So you can do all these things. Prepare the edges, prepare the threads, everything like normal in this mode. Now when you're done, I'm just gonna save that one. Okay, when you're done, go and hide the history for that. And then you save this as a project. Export, because if you leave this, it will automatically change based on everything else. So you have to export this. So export is test bolt, fine. Now you have the base outline. Okay, and now what you need to do is you need to go back. You need to start fresh. Okay, and then you go in and you do a chamfer any way you want the chamfer to be, like this. Okay, let's say I want it to be 5 millimeters just for reference. I'll say that. Okay, now what you then is you go and you upload and select the project you had, upload, like this, and then you can drag it into the model you're doing. Okay, and you hide the main bodies. Just leave it at the exact same placement as you have it. It makes it easier later on. So this is the imported one. Now break the link of that one, because you don't want a link. Right click, break link, then you can work with it. Then you go in to bodies, make sure you select the project itself, so you work and save everything you do of progress there. Now select the bottom plane and create a offset. Okay, then you project the outer wall. Okay, like this, and then you do extrude distance to object to the wall of the object, but you don't use cut, you use new body. Okay, so then you have the distance covered as a separate body of this. Now this is a shell. If you do like this, you can see it's a full body, but it's not a shell yet. Select the bottom part you just created, and then you go to modify, combine, and then you select the cut object. Should be keep tools, you need that. The cut object should be the square bolt. Okay, so now you hide the square bolt and you have a shell with the exact length and size of the threads you need. You following? Now go up and you have your, you can just hide this for reference, you have your original body here. You did chamfer it, so you have the perfect chamfer on it, and then you go on this, modify, combine, select to cut, keep the tools, and then you select the body you just made as the tool body, and then you press OK. Then you hide that. You can hide the whole bolt thingy. And now you have a totally different kind of insert of your bolt. Look at this. This is where the chamfer starts. This is where the thread starts, in the middle of the chamfer. Which means that you will even start the thread using the chamfer. And that is my way of making the perfect chamfer for a bolt. Now you can apply this to any kind of thing. Basically what you're doing is you're making the outside part, and then you're combining the objects, but you're using the shell with the threads to combine and cut through the chamfer itself. And in my opinion, this creates a much better thread or insert thread of the bolt than what you would normally get using either chamfer or threading. So that is basically how you can avoid making. It's hard to show. This is a small screw I have with a flat surface. It's almost impossible to insert into the hole I want it into. But yeah, that is. Let's see if I can hide this for a screenshot. That is my way of making a perfect chamfer thread on a screw. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any requests or something you don't really know how to do, feel free to ask. Maybe I can investigate and see if I can do it. You have to remember, I am a beginner. Still consider myself a beginner, even though I've been using CAD now for 2 years. I still have so much to learn, and yeah. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.